It is intuitive. It may actually lead them to a truth that is their truth. Lead them to a place where they get control of that dark thing in their life. But here's the message today. It belongs with you. Lesson 2 is acknowledging that which is in you that you don't want to admit is there. And it reveals itself in so many different ways. I shouldn't even have to list them, but for those who are just coming into this, I will list them. From those things which are minor to those things which are not. Drama is one. Drama. Have you met those human beings who survive only by spinning in drama? And the irony is that they are the ones that will be on the phone to you, the light worker, for you're balanced. And they'll say, there is more drama than I can stand in my life. There is this and there is this. I thought I had handled this, but this came back. And you will then give them your wisdom. And your wisdom will be good, for you do understand and know the difference. And when you hang up that phone, you know what'll happen, don't you? They will not take your advice at all. They just wanted a voice on the other end, telling them what they already know. And you get the next call, and it'll say, well, this has happened, and this has happened, and this has happened. It just seems to keep going. And you might tell them, are you aware that you are drawing it to you? And they will say, no, I would never ask for such a thing. Oh, yes, they do. And I'll tell you why, because they are comfortable with it. For if there was no drama in their life, listen, if there was no drama in their life, they would have to look at the shaman that they are. Blessed is the human being who has dropped the drama and seen the spiritual side, for quite often the drama hides something just as profound. But it's not drama, it's light that will pour into your life. And they're afraid of it, and drama covers it up, and drama is comfortable. There's always something to do, isn't there? There's always something to do. There's always something to fix, isn't there? There's always something to fix. And when there's nothing more to fix, then you're sitting there, and the only thing you have left is God. And you don't want it because it's scary. Worry. Worry about everything. There are those of you waking up at 3 in the morning worrying about the fact that you don't have anything to worry about. When you start to slay that dark thing, one of the things that goes away is worry. Because you have a sense that the system is starting to work. That indeed you're not alone. That there's a plan. And worry starts to drop away. But it's that dark thing that wants to wake you up and say, well, look at this. It gives you this, what we call laundry list of things to worry about. And that's when you cannot even go back to sleep. You've got to get up. You've been there. You know that. You know what that feels like, don't you? That's absolutely human 101. Drama, worry. And this leads to lack of self-worth. You look at yourself in the mirror, and all you see is an aging human being, and that's all you think life is about. Where is my youth, you will say. Why can't I go backwards, you'll say. What is life about, you will say. And then you will say, I am such a small part of this system. And that dark thing in you will say, right on. Boy, you got it right. You're nothing. You never will be. You're here by accident. When you die, that's it. You're gone. Why should such a thing exist? Dear God, why did you make us that way, you might ask. And we will tell you, because, hold on, there's another side to this that is so much more profound. There's got to be a balance. There's a yin and a yang. It's always about balance. Always about balance. Those who give away themselves to these energies, and they do, will then fall even further to the next layer. Rage, hate, violence, death, murder. Indeed, you'll say, now, Mr. Kryon, you're talking about evil. Really? What is evil? It's in the human being and it's ready to be developed. If you want to go there, you've got all of the power you want at your disposal and you can go right to it. Did you know that? Oh, there are so many humans that say, well, that's when the devil is involved and he'll help me a lot. He'll pull me down there. Nobody's pulling you anywhere, dear human being. That is your free choice. And many humans go there because that's where they find their power. The dictators of this planet, that's where they find their power. If they get people to pay attention to them, if they murder enough other human beings, that somehow is notches on their power belt, and that is what they do. And I don't have to tell you that. You know it. And I'll tell you, although that is evil, that is the human being exercising power of evil. You may not want to hear this, but I have to tell you this. Where this goes, the human being that you are is so powerful in both directions. You may have the angel or the devil at your disposal. And for those who have no enlightenment, they cannot believe at all the things we speak of, that God is in you, that you ought to try opening the door to the light. But it's easy for them to sink into the depths and go to that other side of them. It's easy because they don't have to do anything. Point them and they go. That is the balance that is changing on this planet, dear human being, and you're seeing it on the news every day. That is the balance. It is starting to show itself, is it not? The darkest of the dark starting to show itself. There are no secrets. We told you this would happen. Hard to have conspiracies, isn't it, when everybody's watching? We told you about this. When you shine a bright light on this planet, you see all the dark things crawling out from where they thought they were hiding, and they're no longer hiding. It's going to make a difference. That's what the LightWorker is about. Dear Kryon, you just told me there's no such thing as a devil. I don't believe it. I have been places. I have seen it. There are those who say, I've seen demons cast out of human beings. I've seen physical forms actually crawl around on the floor and leave, and I will tell you, welcome to the power of the dark. A human being can do that. There are those who said, I've seen voodoo. It's so real. It's so real. People give themselves over. They're killed and they're got sick only because of suggestion. That's evil. And I would say, welcome to the power of the human being. Look into your history. Look at the dictators who spoke the words that convinced so many people they were right just so they could murder millions. I will tell you, this is the capability of the human, and it's powerful. Now, why would I tell you these things? Because there's another side to this. Dear one, if you're reading this and hearing this for the first time, and this is lesson 2, I want to tell you this is going to get better. That dark part of you is the part right now that is saying, I don't believe it. It sponsors unbelief. So many will not awaken ever on this planet because this thing that sits upon them says, don't pay any attention to fairy talk, they say. Angels, that's for little children. That's not for clear thinking adults, they will say. And this dark thing will sit upon you smiling, saying, see, they're not interested. They're not going to look. They're not going to look. And the dark thing knows that if you do look, it's all over for the dark thing, because you'll see something it does not want you to know. Free choice, yin and yang. Unbelief. It's responsible for being stuck. I'm stuck. Even the LightWorkers say, I'm stuck. Nothing is happening. Absolutely nothing is happening as they sit there surrounded by angels and entities, literally drinking in the light that they have.